Iran has issued a stark warning that it will retaliate if attacked by the United States, as reports from activists and BBC sources describe an intensifying government crackdown that has allegedly left hundreds of protesters dead across the country. The situation inside Iran has been described as dire, with eyewitnesses comparing the streets of major cities to war zones. A source in Tehran told the BBC on Sunday that the violence had reached extreme levels. According to the source, security forces have been firing live ammunition at demonstrators, leaving streets covered in blood and bodies being removed in trucks. "A lot of our friends have been killed," the source said, adding that the scale of the violence is overwhelming. Footage, reviewed by the BBC, shows approximately 180 body bags at a morgue near Tehran. Meanwhile, the US-based human rights activist News Agency claims it has verified the deaths of at least 495 protesters and 48 members of the security forces nationwide. The agency also reports that more than 10,600 people have been detained during roughly 2 weeks of unrest. The protests initially erupted over rising inflation, but have since evolved into broader demonstrations calling for an end to clerical rule under Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Iranian authorities have responded with harsh rhetoric. The country's attorney general warned that anyone protesting would be treated as an enemy of God, a charge that carries the death penalty. Khamenei has dismissed demonstrators as vandals acting to satisfy US President Donald Trump. The United States has threatened to intervene over the reported killing of protesters. On Sunday, President Trump said Iranian leaders had contacted him and expressed a desire to negotiate. But he cautioned that the US may have to act before a meeting. While Trump has not detailed what actions are being considered, he said officials are reviewing very strong options. According to US media, these options include potential military strikes, cyber operations, increased sanctions, or support for anti-government activity online. Iran's parliament speaker responded by warning that any US attack would make Israel and American military and shipping interests in the region legitimate targets. On Sunday, Iran declared 3 days of mourning for what it described as martyrs killed in the Iranian national battle against the US and Israel. Hospitals across the country are reportedly overwhelmed. BBC Persian verified that 70 bodies were brought to a hospital in Rasht in a single night, while a healthcare worker in Tehran said dozens of young people died from direct gunshot wounds, many before receiving treatment. Reporting from inside Iran remains extremely difficult. The government has imposed a near-total internet shutdown, more severe than during the 2022 Women, Life, Freedom protests, according to experts. Limited footage that has emerged shows clashes between protesters and security forces, burning vehicles and gunfire in cities including Tehran, Mashhad, Ilam and Kermanshah. The BBC has authenticated several videos showing security forces firing toward crowds. Amid the unrest, Reza Pahlavi, the exiled son of Iran's last Shah, addressed protesters from abroad, praising their bravery and urging them to continue demonstrating while protecting their safety. His claims that security forces are abandoning their posts could not be independently verified. Tensions have also spilled beyond Iran's borders. In London, protesters were seen removing Iran's flag from its embassy balcony, prompting Tehran to summon the UK ambassador in protest.